What's going on, my good people? Welcome back to Play to Win with More Than a Coach. Mike Holmes here, where I focus on scholarship over emotionalism when dealing with the religious and spiritual aspects of life. And today I'm going to be doing part 2 of my talk titled Wealth of Self. Did the first video, but we're talking about the first, dealing with self, which is belief, and I wanted to point out the play to win way, which is we're going to look at belief and then start believing in self. Whereas like when I was talking about in the first video, even in the dictionary, you're taught to believe in someone or something other than yourself. And so with the play to win way, we're working on developing that belief in self. We're breaking down what self is, and then we're working towards believing and trusting in oneself more. And like I was saying, going to give the definition of self so people actually understand what that is. And then also, like I was talking about, a lot of times when people start doing things for themselves, they're considered to be selfish, thinking only of themselves. But like I was saying in the last video, once you break down the meaning and the definition of self, then you understand what it is. You understand the importance of understanding yourself, knowing yourself, and believing in yourself. Because like I say, once you do that, then you can actually be a blessing. You're a blessing to yourself, and then you actually can be a blessing and beneficial to others. And to get to the talk, like I said, I'm going to define self once more before I get into the talk. So those who are listening will understand and have a definition of what self is. So beginning with the definition, self is defined as a person's essential being that distinguishes them from others. The second definition is a person's particular nature or personality, the qualities that make a person an individual or unique. And then the third definition is one's own interest or pleasure. And now you can see with that, what are the qualities that you possess? What is your particular nature? What is your personality? What are these qualities that make you an individual or unique? And then also, what are your interests? What are things that bring you pleasure? So like that. So these are key with understanding the wealth of self-talk, and then understanding, like I say, where we're going with this. We're going to learn about self, and then we're going to learn how to start believing and trusting in ourselves more. Just wanted to bring clarity to this, and like I said, start really trusting and believing in yourself. So this is why I call it the wealth of self, and understand that. So like I was saying on the last video, let's start believing in self as opposed to someone or something else outside of ourselves, which is defined by the dictionary, believe in someone or something else. Anyway, so what I like to do today, I'm going to use a very popular Bible verse scripture that that's always used, and it is Proverbs 23:7. And so it reads, and I added some words for better clarity. So, for as he or she thinketh in his or her heart, so is he or she. Now I read that again. For as he or she thinketh in his or her heart, so is he and she. So the question I have, so how do you think of yourself? Because how you think of yourself will determine, what you believe about yourself, or what one will believe about themselves. And so how I want to break this down is the play to win perspective wants individuals to think of themselves as winners in every aspect of life, because we have to understand, like, before we get to belief, it goes with thinking. So how one thinks, like the way you think turn into your beliefs, so how you think about yourself is what you will believe about yourself. And then, like say, with the play to win way and perspective, we want individuals to think of themselves as winners in every aspect of life. And so the Bible verse that I like to read is 1 John 4:4. Ye are of God, little children, and have overcome them, because greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. And this right here, to me, it states that you are a winner, because to overcome something means you won at something. And with this, like with our thinking and then believing, it has been said that the mind has a tendency to gravitate toward the not so positive aspects of situations, and even towards oneself. You know what I'm saying? For some reason, I don't know why this is like that, but it's like that. And what I mean by this is that there are hundreds of positive things going on with us individually, you know, in our lives and everything. It's a gang of positive stuff, but for some reason we tend to talk about only the not so positive things more. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand why. And it's just like, if like I say, if you take like a baby or something, like say, you can sit up here and tell this baby how cute they are, how adorable they are, and all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Over and over and over. But the moment that a cuss word slip out your mouth and the baby hears it, then that's something that you really didn't want the baby to hear or pick up. The baby picks up that, you know what I'm saying, and we'll start using the cuss word. With that being said, with the play to win way, you know, we want to focus on the positive and the good side of things, you know what I'm saying, of yourself, and then also situations. So now we're going to, let's take a look at how we can do that. So like I say, we want you to be a winner, you know what I'm saying? Consider yourself a winner and look at yourself as a winner in every aspect of life. So there are 5 aspects of life. The first is mental. So with this, so your mental, you know, how you think you would want to, you know, think of yourself as a winner. And how can you win in this area of life? And so in the spiritual, and the next aspect of life is the spiritual / energy or / energetic. So you will want to have, you know, good feelings about yourself. That's how you can win in this area. And so the next aspect of life is, you know, family / social. So you will want to, you know, be getting along with people, you know, the best that you can, because you're not going to get along with everybody. But you want to be feeling good and getting along with people the best that you can in this area of life. And so then money / business or career, you know, you would like to be, you know, feel like you win in this area too. You know, you want to feel successful. And that kind of stuff would be successful and those kind of things. So you would want to think of yourself in that way. And then also the physical, you know, you want to feel good about yourself, about your appearance, you know what I'm saying, your health and those kind of things as well. So those are the 5 aspects of life, you know, just to, you know, throw it out there, so to get people familiar and understanding that, you know what I'm saying, because they may know it, but some people may have never really broke them down individually in that manner. You know, we just usually just go and deal with them, you know, we'll operate in those and not really separate them from one another, and then really, you know what I'm saying, key in and focus on each individual aspect. And so with that being said, there's another Bible verse that I like to read, and this Philippians 4:8, and this really goes into, you know, our thinking and believing. So it says, finally, like I said, I added a few words. Okay, so finally, brothers and sisters, whatever is good and true about yourself, whatever is honorable about yourself, whatever is just about yourself, whatever is pure about yourself, whatever is lovely about yourself, whatever is commendable about yourself, if there is any excellence in yourself, if there is anything worthy of praising yourself, think about these things. And that just goes to like what I was saying, thinking highly of yourself. And what I want you to do, I want you to get a handle on how that, you know, you think of yourself or how we think of ourselves, because what we think of ourselves is what we tend to believe, and then what we believe about ourselves is then what we speak. And that is the next section that I want to go to, you know, speaking. Because like if we think, you know, not so positive thoughts about ourselves, then we're going to believe them. And then the next step after you think that and then you believe it, then that's how you're going to speak to yourself, and then that's how you're going to speak about yourself to others. And so there's a couple of Bible verses that I want to read here to tie into that, and it gives you, you know, certain principles of, you know, saying the speech to think about. So the first is Proverbs 18:21. And it's always talked about death and life are in the power of the tongue, and those who love it will eat its fruits. So like I say, are you speaking death to yourself? Are you speaking life into yourself? You know what I mean? And so the next one is Ephesians 4:29. And it tells you, and it tells you how you should be speaking. It says, let no corrupting talk come out of your mouths to yourself, but only such as is good for building up yourself, as fits the occasion, that it may give grace to yourself and those who hear it. So I'll read that again. Let no corrupting talk come out of your mouths to yourself, but only such as is good for building up yourself, as fits the occasion, that it may give grace to you and to those who hear it. And then the next Bible verse that I like to read is that it says that whoever guards his or her mouth preserves his or her life. So these Bible verses are just saying don't let basically not so positive things come out of your mouth. Believe in yourself. Speak good things about yourself. So it all starts with the thinking. So you have to think good about yourself so you can believe good things about yourself, so you can speak good things about yourself and to yourself. And so with that being said, now we're going to go into the 5 aspects of life once again, but this time we're going to basically it could be considered as an affirmation, or it can just be things like, say, you can make up your own, but these are just some that I put out there for individuals to use, or just to get the idea, just to spark the thought. They want to go out there and make their own ways of how they should be speaking in each aspect of life to themselves. So in the mental, aspect of life, how you should be thinking, how you can be thinking from the play to win way is, I am a winner. I am smart, intelligent, and I only give my attention to good and beneficial thoughts about myself. The next one is the spiritual and energetic. And you can say to yourself and think, I am happy, joyous, and full of good positive energy. Just something short and sweet. And then the family and social aspect of life is something that you can just start saying and practice however you want to say it. It's like, my family is worldwide. My family comes from a number of different backgrounds, and the people around me are wonderful and a joy to be around, which makes me feel good. And the next aspect of life is the money/business, is that you can say, I feel fantastic, successful, abundant, monetarily secure, and unlimited. And then for the physical, you can say, I feel good, sure-footed, clear-minded. I love and appreciate my body. It serves me so well, and I feel confident. So these are just some things that you can say, but you can make up your own affirmations or own things, but or you can use your own words, but these are just to get you started. And like I say, with this, it takes practice. If you could be doing this already, you could be on this path, but if not, moving from, you could be positive now, but you can always get better. Each one of us can always get better at something. So this is just something that could take you to the next level or the next plateau, and where you want to go in your life. And like I said, it's about believing in self. It's about trusting in self more. So you have to start telling yourself these things. Like I say, it's just like anything else. You start believing what you were being told, or what you hear. So my thing is the wealth of self is why not invest these kind of positive things into yourself? And that's what it's all about. That's what the play to win way and the play to win perspective is all about. And that's what this talk is all about. Like saying, we'll get into more things about, how we can build our belief in ourselves, and how we can strengthen our thinking and speaking, in a more positive way. But I just wanted to put this out there, and I just wanted to share this with you all. Like I say, these are just some things that I want to share that you can use to get you started on that journey to building the wealth of self.